This is Chris. Chris was the first playable female protagonist in the Pokemon franchise. Unfortunately, she has been borderline abandoned by Game Freak and Nintendo. Hi, I'm Juber, and I love Pokemon. Today, I want to talk about the forgotten protagonist of Generation 2. The date is December 14th, 2000. Pokemania is running amok throughout pop culture, and you just picked up your brand spanking new copy of Pokemon Crystal for the Game Boy Color. You're excited to revisit Johto with Ethan, Gold and Silver's protagonist. But then the game asks you an interesting question. Are you a boy or a girl? This is where we get introduced to Pokemon's first female protagonist, Chris. She's very stylish, sporting a cropped jacket with some biker shorts and sneakers. Very fitting for the early 2000s, as activewear was very fashionable back then. A fantastic counterpart to the male protagonist's skater aesthetic. Unfortunately, this would also be the last time we'll see Chris star in a mainline game. Or any game at all, really. I would like to preface that Chris was introduced into the mobile game Pokemon Masters in June 2022, but for this video, I'll be avoiding Pokemon Masters because they just make up random lore whatever they want, and most don't consider any of it canon. Moving on. Chris is a unique protagonist that doesn't get the spotlight often, and I feel like she really deserves some recognition. In fact, while I was doing research for this video, I typed Pokemon Crystal Chris into YouTube and I got back minimal results. For good reason though, there's not much to go on. Chris only appeared in Crystal version, which also happens to be the lowest selling game in the mainline series. And then in Generation 4, with the Heart Gold and Soul Silver remakes, Chris was unfortunately replaced by Lyra. The reason behind this change isn't very clear, but I did learn that in the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver manga, the female lead Crystal is depicted as a crossover between Chris and Lyra. There are actually only two official sources that tell us her name is Chris in the first place. The first being the suggested name at the beginning of Pokemon Crystal, and the other is a single name drop on the back of the Pokemon Crystal box. Pokemon couldn't even keep their own facts straight, as she's renamed Marina in the Pokemon Chronicles anime. She acts as a co-protagonist alongside Jimmy, who's based on Ethan, who's actually Gold? I have no idea anymore. The anime stuff is an inconsistent mess. Although I did find it interesting when Marina said that her dream is to become a Pokemon performer, possibly foreshadowing Pokemon contests in Generation 3. It feels almost disrespectful that Nintendo and Game Freak can milk Ash Ketchum dry for 25 years, but my girl Chris can't even get named properly in the spin-off series. According to Bulbapedia, Chris also makes a cameo in the end credits for Pokemon Stadium 2, battling Silver's Ho-Oh with her Suicune. This is the only depiction of her present in this game. In beta screenshots for Crystal version, the female protagonist was originally planned to look different from Chris, but unfortunately, this is the highest resolution screenshot available to the public. Thanks to this fan-made recreation, we can get an idea of what she may have looked like. Some believe she's designed after the female trainer on this 1997 microgroup cover by Ken Sugimori, the primary art director for the Pokemon franchise. But that's really all we know about Chris. Personally, I'd love to see her make a comeback in the next Johto-based games, even if they use that stupid chibi art style. It would just add so much character being able to play as her again. Who would you like to see in the next character spotlight? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, and bye forever.